Welcome back to Amiibo Doctor. Today's Amiibo Analysis video is very special because not only are we covering both Min Min and Steve Amiibo, we're also doing 6 viewer-submitted Amiibo and not 3. Also, for the first 3, I don't have a shirt on. Sorry about that. Let's begin. Starting off, I'm putting this Min Min up against my Fox because Min Min is obviously a very long range and kind of slow fighter, and Fox is like the exact opposite of that. However, Fox is really low tier, and I don't really know where to put Min Min on the tier list, so I want to see how well she does against the archetypes. So one of the annoying things about matchups like this, when you have what should be a middle or high tier versus a super low tier, is that it often comes down actually to play styles. Min Min obviously can keep the opponent at bay, and she's going to be helped out a lot by having Minecraft World as the stage, right? But when Fox gets up close, he is going to wipe the floor with Min Min. Okay, Fox has a lot of built-in combos. He's very fast, he's very comboable. If this Min Min doesn't know how to parry, doesn't know how to shield properly, then she's toast, right? However, part of the reason I chose both of these Amiibo actually is because neither of them are refined. Oftentimes, like hardcore competitive Amiibo trainers, they'll train like literally 50 to 100 versions of the exact same character just to get it right? Neither of these are refined at all. This is the first try Min Min, and this is a very unrefined Fox, right? We're seeing that Megawatt get tossed out periodically. By the way, Min Min's charging smash attacks is actually built in, but you didn't know that. That Megawatt is one of Min Min's most interesting features. I don't think people talk about it enough. So Megawatt is basically her best KO option at any given time, because Amiibo will just run straight into it. Sometimes they'll try to shield it, but not that much, right? Unfortunately, Min Min's switch relatively randomly. They're not that consistent about it, right? And you can teach them to switch all the time, but basically whatever arm they end up using is random, because if they switch a lot or if they switch a little, you still have no control over it, right? So having Megawatt out 1/3 of the time means that 1/3 of the time, Min Min's a bloodthirsty killer, right? If you watched our Min Min Amiibo guide, by the way, you'll recognize what that fire is. That fire means that Min Min got a grab. Now she's like, I think 20% more lethal than she was. But Fox, the low tier Fox, is still outspeeding Min Min. This is what I'm talking about with playstyles right here. Comparing these two, comparing Fox's built-in combos and stuff, Min Min is not, what's the word? She's not invincible. All right, people see high tiers, new Amiibo coming out that are really good, and they think, oh, well, they should be, A+ tier just right away. It's like, no. Low tiers often have good matchups, okay? The Amiibo meta is not set in stone. Dude, if Fox gets an up smash, that's game. I really wasn't thinking this would go for him. And see, this is kind of the playstyle debate as well with Min Min's, because you'll notice in my training guides, right, I said, hey, sit there, Team Fortress 2 Century it out, right? Don't move a muscle. Just stand. There you go. Oh man, I'm really surprised you pulled that. The debate with Min Min is going to be, for years to come, it's going to be, do you just like sit there with minimal movement and throw out attacks and just, be very defensive like me Gunner? Or do you go a little bit more on the offensive like this one, throw out your arms and stuff? Because both of them are very different play styles. They're going to have very different matchup spreads against different parts of the tier list. Let's move on. This next Game & Watch is actually completely mind-blowing. He's actually so mind-blowing that I'm going to be doing a video specifically on this Amiibo to come, because it is completely nuts. If you are at all familiar with Amiibo training, you'll be able to spot some of the ridiculousness that this Game & Watch has. Now in this match, I want you to know something going in, okay? Your typical Game & Watch Amiibo plays just like the level 9 Game & Watch CPU. There's effectively no difference because Game & Watch is very resilient to his training, okay? The only thing people have really been able to get him to do consistently is up and down smash, alright? So I know Game & Watch isn't the most exciting character, but I'm kind of freaking out over this Amiibo because it's so revolutionary, right? First thing I want you to spot is that up air juggle that we just saw, okay? Those attempted up air juggles. There's only a couple of Amiibo that can do that, okay? The way Game & Watch does it is the same way that my Mega Man Proto Man does it, which is highly effective. His up air is not as good, that's fine. Game & Watch has typically had a hard time learning to up air juggle, right? So the fact that he can pull it off, pretty impressive. Now don't worry yourself too much with this Pokemon trainer, because I literally haven't touched this thing since summer of 2019. So if you're saying, Doc, your Pokemon trainer sucks, yeah, I know, that's fine. I'm more concerned with the Game & Watch, right? There you get the forward air edge. Dude, all the way off base. He's not kidding around. Down smash is one of Game & Watch's best options, in my opinion. So now down smash twice is one of his worst, right? But down smash once is great because it's the berry. You do it twice, then the opponent just mashes free because Amiibo mash at 30 inputs per second, which is the maximum, right? But you get an option like that where you can down smash and forward smash. If it holds, easy kill, right? Beautiful! I love it. I also want you to spot, I don't think he's done this at all yet in this match, but I want you to wait for jab 1 inputs, okay? He hasn't really done any jabs because this has been too fast of a match, but I have seen this Game & Watch do jab 1 into other inputs before, which is actually a big deal, especially with great jabs. The up throw into the up air, dude. I love this. He's mimicking the Joker amiibo right now is what we're getting. That's, oh god. So I just want to like square this away for you what just happened, okay? This is Game & Watch, who has historically been considered a D to C tier, I would say D plus to C tier amiibo for like the entirety of the scene, and he just beat a Pokemon trainer B plus to A tier amiibo. Okay? Now, amiibo flukes do happen all the time, but this is my 4th take of running this match live. He's won all 4 times. Okay? This Game & Watch is revolutionary. So, our last amiibo is the #1 Bowser Jr. in the world. So, there is a Twitch stream called Amiibots. It's a 24/7 amiibo fighting live stream. This is the highest ranked Bowser Jr. amiibo on that live stream. Now, before we start, I do want to kind of couch this match with an understanding of what's going on. Dr. Mario is in the upper echelon of amiibo in this game. He's like B plus to A tier usually. And, you know, this isn't a crazy good doc. It's my Dr. Mario. And Bowser Jr. is like C tier, okay? He's also a really inconsistent amiibo. So some matches, Bowser Jr. is great. Other matches, he sucks. Cannot win for the life of him, right? So I don't know what we're gonna get in this match. I really don't. But I'm very interested to see how this works. Now that down air is really useful right there. Amiibo tend to have a problem with multi-hits, which is also why it's such a good idea for him to use the infinite jab. Also, what was up with the up special on stage? That's super weird. That down air is really good on stage, but it's not great for off stage. Not that much, because Nair is actually a much better edge guard, right? But the down air, it kind of eats at shields, right? The amiibo opponent doesn't really know how to handle it, because how the hell do you handle down air? And he can just generally use it as a multi-purpose on-stage attack, which you see right there, right? And it follows up into other things. It's, broadly speaking, a useful move. Parrying. Dude, I love the parrying. How many times have I said it? You gotta teach your amiibo to parry. You gotta teach your amiibo to parry by parrying. You feel me? Parrying is the best defensive measure, and when you're playing a glass cannon character like Bowser Jr., who's really more glass than cannon, you have to be able to parry. It's the only way that you're gonna live, you know? I love this. Did he just... I trained you better than that! Oh, you bear my handle and everything. It even says dog. If I had a heart, it would be hurt by watching my amiibo jump to his death. Next up is Iguano's Steve. Now he says that he's just messed around with this Steve a little bit. It's nothing too fancy, but I figured, screw it. If we're going to show the Min Min amiibo, we might as well have the Steve amiibo in this as well. This is my Moonwalk Method trained Bayonetta amiibo. I'm just throwing her in because I feel like it. I'm not expecting her to win in any capacity because, believe me, she's still a Bayonetta. So we'll see how this goes. He did say that this Steve more or less followed what I said in the Steve amiibo guide, although this is a little bit more forward smash than I had intended. But by and large, this seems to be fairly close to it. I'm not seeing a lot of blocks, which is good. Although you will see Steve amiibo using blocks and stuff on larger stages just to get around. That's normal, and you can't actually do anything. Dude, good kill. Oh, okay. Alright, maybe you were right on the forward smash. Silly dog. Dreamland, as it turns out, I knew about this in the last segment, but Dreamland actually does have a recovery glitch, which is probably why Dr. Mario just fell right off the edge. Seeing some up air and up tilt juggling. Good. This is built into Steve, but he'll also use the blocks. Nice! To extend that. I love the 3 or 4 block chains. You don't usually see that. Steve is just what is that one meme with the 2 guys from like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or something with, you know, the guy who's just walking up, right? Towards the other one. That's what Steve is doing in the face of that gunfire right there. He's like, I'm just gonna... Anyway. Probably a little bit more grounded of a Steve would be best. I don't think I said that in the video. I should have. If I didn't say that, I should have. Maybe some more up smash. Ooh, that would have been useful. Some more up smash. Always a good idea. Especially through the platform, since his up smash will go... Beautiful. Look at that. Since his up smash will go through that. He is playing a good spacing game, I have to admit. And this Steve is managing his resources fairly well. Dreamland is a wood and dirt like based stage, so I'm not going to expect a whole lot of iron out of him. It's kind of a nerf for Steve. Stages really matter, right? So I think it's like Pokemon Stadium and PS2 that he has like a lot of iron and stuff on. So get the diamond. Oh yeah, that's game over. That's game over for Bayonetta. Unless she gets like an easy gimp or a kill that Steve just should have blocked, that's done. Did she just land all 3 hits in her forward tilt? Everybody told me that she couldn't do that, but I think she just did. Yo! Damn, alright, okay. I'm not trying to humiliate nobody, but, damn. Hey, look, that's just the power of Moonwalk method, right? It's, you know... I'm not going to take credit for that. The Bayonetta did it. Let's move on. Okay, so next up is Nelson64's Hero Raid Boss. Now, usually I just fight the Raid Boss live and commentate while I'm doing this, right? But I kind of want to show off my strategies when I'm fighting a Raid Boss, because fighting a Raid Boss is not like fighting a normal Amiibo or even a normal human opponent, right? So I'm going to show you the match and then commentate over it while we watch the match together, dearest viewer. One of the things that I do a lot when I'm fighting a raid boss is that I'm managing the state of my character, much more than I'm actually fighting, right? You're going to see me doing things like charging smash attacks and going from walks to dashes and stuff. That's because Amiibo have certain built-in responses, right? Now right there, down tilt to down air, that is the bread and butter of fighting a raid boss, okay? You can beat any raid boss if you can just get them off stage and gimp, okay? And you see that a lot. It doesn't matter how the stats are. If you cross the boundary, you're dead, right? So you got to get them off stage and gimp. That back throw right there is me trying to get him off. Oh, okay, so charging the smash attack, right? That's me trying to, you know, I know that he's at the ledge, so he's going to have to jump because I'm charging the smash attack, right? Then I use the down smash to read, right? So I force him away from the ledge a little bit, go for the gimp, miss the gimp, that's okay. Then down smash, read, and... killed him! Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just really proud of the fact that I landed that. Yeah. Okay. So shield breaks are another interesting state. Amiibo always respond to shield breaks the same way, right? So they'll just, you know, charge a smash attack and then kill you, right? One thing right there, you didn't really see it in action right there, but in other matches, I often gimped very successfully using down smash right there, right? Because I know that they're going to air dodge to the ledge. That's something that a lot of Amiibo do, and this one especially does it. Now in this case, let me pause this. I actually intentionally missed that down smash as he air dodged to the ledge, because I knew that if I was in the, sorry, I spat on my screen. If I was in the end lag state, the frame that he connected to the ledge, he's going to register that differently than if I wasn't, right? So I used the down smash to kind of put the hitbox there, but then to force him from just coming up and attacking me directly. So that's why I did the down smash too far away from the ledge. I knew that I probably wouldn't be able to time the air dodge, the down smash first hitbox correctly with the air dodge, so I was like, screw it, we'll just knock him out like that. Charging again to get him to jump instead of, you know, rolling or attacking on stage, and then... So what you saw right there, I can't rewind because it's a replay, but what you saw right there, I was actually going a little bit away from the ledge to force him to come down, and then using my jump to get the knee and secure the kill. If the knee hadn't landed, he would have still jumped and used his up special, so I could have grabbed him with my up special and gone for the kill, right? So it's... raid bosses are serious. Like, well, I don't know if they're serious, but there's real thought that goes into raid bosses, and I'm a bit better at beating raid bosses than the average bear, so... Last one on our list for today is Volkisor's Dark Samus. This is my Mii brawler. He just likes to spam suplex. There's really nothing interesting about him. I think he did well in some tournaments a while back, but otherwise there's nothing notable about my brawler. Let's begin. So I actually don't know anything about this Dark Samus amiibo specifically. I don't think I've ever seen it before. I don't think I've had it in a video before. So I'm really curious to see how this goes. One thing we're seeing already is that, and maybe it's just because, you know, John Wick is super aggressive, I don't know, but he's not that aggressive compared to Wick, you know. Now, Mii Brawler is like, what, B+ or A tier right now on the tier list, so I am kind of expecting this match to go one way versus the other. But Samus does have the advantage of projectiles, right? Also, I trained this brawler in 2019, but I think I'm seeing him doing some moonwalk method, which is not how I trained him. So that's weird. You would think that because Dark Samus and Mii Gunner basically have like the same missile, you would think that, oh, Samus should just camp. It's like, no. Samus only gets one missile at a time. Mii Gunner gets two, right? So actually, Samus, who has reasonably good melee attacks, though not incredibly good, should be like super aggressive. Like overly aggressive. Now she is slow, so she can't be that aggressive, but she should at least be super aggressive relative to how you would expect a projectile user to be. We'll put it that way. Also a little bit jumpy. I don't know. Maybe that's normal for a Samus, but I'm a bit surprised by that. The dash attack is a good idea, though. Dash attacking is always a good idea on a Samus, I think. Hey, there you go. Maybe she can tie this up. All right. The thing about Suplex is that it's a much more mild version of Incineroar's Alolan Whip. Although I think, and I'd have to test this, but I think Amiibo can dodge it frame 1. So like the first frame that it's input, they can roll, and if they don't, then it'll connect. Also, Brawler does tend to overestimate the range of his suplex. He thinks it's about... It's hard to measure, but he thinks it's about an arm's length on Brawler longer than it actually is. If I was going to retrain this Brawler, I'd put a jab 1 combos into him because he needs those. Oh, there you go. Hey, alright. I didn't see how it was going to turn out. Cool. Yeah, down air spikes. Really good on Samus. Like, really, it makes sense why a Samus would be jumpy if it was going to get down air spikes. Like, I could see that being part of a game plan. So, thank you so much for watching. If you've watched to the end and you're not subscribed, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Why would you watch, like, 15 to 20 minutes of a video and then be like, I really enjoyed that video. I watched it till the end, and I'm not going to subscribe. Oh. Anyway, alright. We'll see you around.